Hello. Welcome to Talk Football Live. My name is Charles. Today I have my regular crew members here, Biodun and Ayo. They are for festivities, celebrating Christmas early. But I have special guests today, Segster and Ruben. Ruben is back with us. How you guys doing? Y'all ready to talk about Liverpool Spurs?
Hey, we're doing good. Doing good for today.
Hey, so good for today. Okay, great. Well, subscribers, as you guys know, we always say, subscribe, share with your loved ones, share the videos, and comment also so we can, get to engage with you. All right, as mentioned earlier, today we're discussing Liverpool versus Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur. Segster, Ruben, how you guys feeling?
Wait, I'll let you go first. You're first place.
you knew
what that?
How you feeling?
Well, I can tell you right now, as a Liverpool fan, I'm fantastic. I love where we are. We're doing great. I love it.
You are number one, so you have to love where you are.
I mean, with everything that has gone, everybody expected that with a new coach, that we're gonna have issues. But Son has done a great job with the boys. I know Klopp left him an awesome team, but the fact that he has turned that defensive midfield that Klopp normally uses into more of an attacking midfield, it's great. It's working for us. I love it.
Okay, wonderful. Ruben, on your side, you can't really.
On my side is
as much as
it's like a roller coaster on my side, right? So it's like you have your good days and you have your bad days. And this season, where it started looking like we were gonna have more good days than bad days, all of a sudden it's like, what's going on? Are the players like we had this talk when it was Chelsea versus Spurs? Like, are the players because I don't feel like the coach, his game plan works for the players around that game plan, but it's like they don't look hungry. They don't look like they're hungry for it anymore. Either they're just focusing on the Euro Cup I honestly can't give you a for sure answer, but as a Spurs fan, I'm feeling what everyone's feeling. Ups and downs.
But it sounds like blaming the players though, because you mentioned the players, they're not hungry. Like Segster mentioned something. He said Klopp left a good set of players for slots to take over. But you are saying for Angie, the players are not hungry. But I always hear the team mirrors the manager. Yeah. So if the players are not hungry, does that not mean the manager is not hungry?
Well, not necessarily, because I've seen, and I'm going to bring up again American football again.
Okay.
We had a coach in my American football team who they did not like. He was just not utilizing the players for what their talent. Like the quarterback who throws the ball, he's minimizing his throwing, so it's not he can't show his full skill set. So it got to a point where you could see the team, like it was like they didn't want to play for the coach.
Gotcha.
Not saying that they don't want to play for Ange, right? Like, because it doesn't look it 100%, but there's sometimes it's like we have the lead, the Spurs, and all of a sudden it's like we give up that lead like that. It's like we're playing so good, and then we go into halftime, and then we come back, and it's like a whole different team.
And you think this is all on the players?
I think it's some on some players, injuries, I'm not gonna use an example from what's in the past is in the past, but I'm gonna use it as an example. Last year we started off hot, and we lost 4 players against Chelsea, right? And we even talked about that game when the coaches were about to bump heads. And all of a sudden we go from being in the first with no losses, 7 games in, to losing 7 in a row. So it's like
it happens. Segster, you on the other hand, like you said, you're having a good time. Now, I would ask you, based on going off what Ruben said about players not being giving their best, they're not hungry enough. Liverpool players, on the other hand, I guess, based on Ruben's theory, they are hungry because they're not table. What do you think Slot is doing right? Because it could have gone the other way. Because he's a new coach, these players may end up not liking him, or they may not like his style. For some reason, the players are doing what they're supposed to do. They're getting the results. What do you think Slot is doing that is carrying on the legacy of Klopp, or creating his own legacy, if you want to put it that way?
For when a new coach comes in, players want to show what they're made of because the old coach is gone. There's a new coach in town. All the players want to show what they're all about. Nobody cares about what Klopp did or not. As you can see, his formation mirrors Klopp somehow, but the players that he uses are definitely different. He uses a more attacking defensive midfielder in Gravenberg that Klopp rarely ever uses. He doesn't use, a defensive. So I guess it has to do with training. He's a mindset also because he's a more of an attacking coach. And you can see that what the players were doing back then with Klopp, where the ball goes from we're using more of our wingers to like carry the ball. I mean, this year we haven't seen Trent give us as much assist as he's done in the past. Neither has Robertson, but you can see that the ball is definitely moving in that midfield. So I think there's a new approach. The boys love it. Everybody's enjoying it. We actually have more clean sheets than we've done in a long time. And I think, not to say with what Ruben said, I think what's going on with their team that I see is not like the boys are not hungry enough. Because the teams that they, like their last game, they 4-0, 5-0. You can't say a team is not hungry and they score 5 goals.
Well, that was against the lowest team in the league, but
it still doesn't matter. But that's the lowest team in the and we barely beat them.
But like what you're saying, the lowest team in the league. Remember what I said last time? Like when we playing bad teams, we're losing, and when we're playing good teams, we're winning. And then came with Chelsea, it didn't happen. I did predict the high score, but the other way, not the way it was, the way it went, right? Yeah. But and then we lost to a bad team the prior, so I was not expecting us to win. Like, I don't lose faith in my team. I'm always gonna support them. I'll wake up at 7 a.m. here in the States to watch the matches, and win or lose, I was like, I don't regret waking up that early.
Yeah, fair.
But I went into the game like, you know what? We might win, we might lose. I was playing my Nintendo Switch while I was watching the game. Well, normally if we're playing a big club, I'm more like, okay, all hands on deck, like all eyes are on the screen. But I was like, man, I don't know how we're gonna do. First goal, second goal, and at halftime we're 4-0. I'm like, man, watch Southampton come in and we win 4-3. Just because of I'm going of this season, right? Yeah, we start off hot at one. Either we start off hot and then we just disappear, or we're nowhere to be seen, and then when we make a comeback and it's too late. So that's what's either happening. So, but I might have used that whole not hungry. I over you
overcooked it. Let's put it.
Yeah, but like you said, you can't go into what you mentioned. You can't go into a game not being hungry and win 5-0, 5-0. So it's like,
okay.
It was like I said, roller coaster.
Roller coaster. So talking about the roller coaster, so for you, Segster, we mentioned earlier, you said there's a change in Slot style compared to the way Klopp used to play with the wing backs. Slot basically goes through the midfield, still carries the ball like Klopp's team did, but in a different dimension. Yes. How do you think Slot is going to approach this game against Spurs? Because I'm asking this because Spurs is not a small team, 1. 2, the way Spurs play, they are prone to score goals. And you mentioned about you're having lots of clean sheets this season compared to other seasons. How do you think you're going to maintain those clean sheet or that clean sheet for this game and still get a result against Spurs?
I mean, it's getting right now. It's not about even getting a clean sheet against Spurs. I mean, we're good that our goalie is back. Although our second goalie has been doing great for us.
Yes.
Spurs has a fantastic attacking setup. They have a good counter-attack setup.
Yes.
So it's going to be very difficult for them not to score against us. We'll be lucky for us to have a clean sheet this game. I think the only thing is if we can get the ball off of them. That attack, I mean, that defensive mindset that Klopp has left in the boys, you can see that defensive mindset is still there. Like they go all in, they crash the ball when they don't have possession. So if you can get the ball off of the midfielders where the ball is not getting to Son, I think we'll do great. And now that we've lost, I think Trent is back now. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the starting lineup, but whoever's going to play that spot against Son, he has to do phenomenal work.
Who would you prefer to play it?
I'd rather I forget his name now. The young boy that covered for Trent.
Yeah, Bradley.
I think Bradley would do great. He did great against Real Madrid. He was phenomenal in that game. So I think it might be a great choice with the central defensive defenders helping him. I think I think speed for speed, it will be good. He's also young and hungry. There are talks about Trent not renew his contract. I think Trent can go with what we have in Bradley, really, at this point.
Okay, interesting. Ruben, over to you. Same question. But before you respond, I want you to visualize the way your team plays. You guys are, I always say, it's a joke I make. You are all attack, no defense. How do you think that will play out against Liverpool? Because you need to score. I mean, they also need to score because Chelsea is right on their tail, but the two teams need to score because you are in 10th place right now and you try to go up. So how do you think you're going to play, score goals without losing the game, without conceding and losing the game?
We have to. Well, how are we gonna defend? Like, so we're not vulnerable on defense on defending. I think when we attack, we have to. No, I say so. We're not vulnerable on defending. We have to score. Like you've seen us plenty of times when we attack and we miss. Udogie doesn't get back fast enough, and then we have 2-on-3, and then you have on the opposite end we have to defend Salah, we have to defend Ruiz, right? The Colombian,
Luis,
Colombian, right? Yeah, Luis Diaz, right? So it's like that man's tough. That man coming in, like he settled in. McAllister is, I know he's a midfield, but just I know McAllister, what he does with Argentina, he's doing with Liverpool. So for us to be able to not be so vulnerable on defense, we have to get to a good start right off the jump, but not like we did with Chelsea where we got off to a good start because your boy could not keep his cleats in check, because that's what it was. Because as soon as he switched cleats, he stopped slipping. So we gotta do it without that help of Mother Nature, right? So we have to basically have no mistakes. Like it's hard for a team to go no mistakes, but I feel like this has to be a perfect game for every single player. Like
I feel like this game has to be a game of the higher scorer. The more you score, the better you are.
So I think so.
You have to
Both
like
teams
if
are coming thinking they're going to concede, whether you like it
yeah.
or not. They're both going to concede. Who scores more wins the game, obviously. So, Ruben, you were saying the best form of attack is defense. Or the best form of defense is attack. You're switching it this time. That's what you're saying Spurs should go with. Is that different from what they've done all season?
Not really. Like I said, what they haven't been doing is really they have scored a lot, but they have missed a lot too. They've attacked like you'll see stats of a game of a matchup, and you'll see that they attacked like 20 times more than the other team, but the other team won because the other team executed. Like you'll have a team that like attacks, and the other team will have one shot on target and on goal, and it goes in. So it's like that's what's happened to us. So we've attacked, and we just haven't scored. So we just have to stop giving the ball to Werner. Like, say that. I just gotta keep bringing them up as a joke.
So let me ask you, Shekster. On paper, what would be your ideal starting lineup?
All right. On paper, my ideal starting lineup. As much as I love Keller, I still want Allison to be in goal.
Even though he just go back from injury.
Even though he got back, but he did great against what was it called? Our last game, he did great. He saved us a bunch. So I mean, he just came back. Yeah, he's back. He played the full game. So yeah, not unless anything happens in the during training or practice, but then we still have Keller anyways. So I'll still put Allison in goal. Konate is still not back. But I think he's back at least in practice right now, but not match fit. So I'll still go with Van Dijk. And really, this guy kills me. Joe Gomez, unfortunately, I think he has to be the one to start that game. I don't want to put
Kwanzaa.
He's still learning. He's still learning pretty much, and he's not as quick for this kind of a game. And so I will start Gomez for him. Like I was saying, I'll still do on the right. I'll do Conor Bradley. I'll have Trent come off the bench.
Okay.
If anything, unfortunately on the left we lost Robertson, so Simicas might start that spot. So that'll be my back line. In the midfield, I'll have McAllister with Curtis Jones and Cody Gakpo. I'll have
I said interesting. No Gravenberch.
He can come in as a. That's why I put McAllister, because McAllister can play his position easily.
But Gravenberch hasn't played it well this season.
Yeah, he's played well. He's definitely played well. Don't get me wrong, but this game is gonna be fast paced.
Yep.
And that's why I'm putting more experience than that don't get me wrong. I love him in that position. I love the fact that he turns when you give him the ball. I'm supposed to pass back to the defense that like we were doing last season. Which every time we did that, I mean, it irks me when we do that. Like, why can't we just move the ball forward? But McAllister, I think he has better ball control, and he can dish those long passes, and that's why I would start McAllister in there. And like I said, I'm playing him with Curtis Jones because Curtis Jones has also been phenomenal.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
So and to pair them with Gakpo, like I said, and worst case scenario, we can always sub Gakpo out and bring Gravenberch back. And for my forward line, this will be very, very surprising to you.
I'm ready.
Definitely, it's gonna be Mohamed Salah. Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez. The surprising part is Núñez.
Well,
I love this guy, but he needs to start scoring, man. He needs to start scoring.
So I'm not really surprised because who else would you have put? Jota is
back.
Is he really?
Jota is back. I mean, he's not. He doesn't have to play the full match. We don't need him to play the full match. But we just need. Why I would start Nunes over Jota is Nunes, although he's not scoring, he's putting pressure on defensive line. That is why I will put him in there. Yeah, he's not scoring, but he's creating havoc. So that is why I will start him. And with the speed, he got the speed. Salah got the speed, and Luis Diaz can take anybody on that flank right there. So that's what my starting lineup would be like.
Okay, Ruben, you've heard all that. What do you think your lineup should be?
Our lineup. So I'll start from the back as well. Well, Vicario will be perfect, right? If we had him healthy. But of course, Foster's there. I'm not 100%. I could like I said, I didn't pay attention much to the last game.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Van der Ven went out on the Chelsea game. He started, and we talked about that. I was like, if Van der Ven's not there, we lose. If he's there, we win. And he started. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna win. So that didn't happen. But
the two goals were scored before it went out, right?
Huh?
The two goals were scored before it went out.
Yeah, the two goals were scored before he went out. Then it's crazy. You're that fast that you mess up your hamstring because you're that fast. Like you have to slow it down. Like he has to find
the defender in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
He needs to find a way.
Yeah,
he is,
because he needs. If anyone can keep up with Nunez,
it's Van der Ven.
It's Van der Ven, right? Because Porro won't. But I would start Porro there, of course. I don't see anybody else. That we have young talent that I wouldn't put in this type of game. So we'll go. So I'll move to this game, straight to this game. I'll keep Porro. Romero's out. Van der Ven's mostly out. So Dragusin will be in there. Most likely Davis and or Udogi will be on the left. I would not start. We started Bentancur, I believe, last game. I will actually put Sarr to start in the center. To his right, of course, my boy Kulusevski, and Madison should start this game. I would want to see him start because he was not playing to his potential at one point, and if he felt like we need to bring him in from the bench, and he's playing better from the bench. But the last game he started, he did play better from the jump. So
hold on. So it's Udogi, Porro, Dragusin, and Davies on the right.
Yeah.
Then you have Sarr
in the middle.
Sarr in the middle, Kulusevski on the right. Who's on the left?
Madison.
Okay.
Madison.
And then I will put Son in the left where he belongs, where he belongs. And then with the other guys, I feel like because it'll be Johnson on the right and get in the center, Solanke. What I feel like he brings is the physicality.
Mm-hmm.
He's big, so if I know that
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, that's what I'm saying. Van Dijk's a big man.
He used to be a Liverpool player, so we know how he plays.
That is true. That is true. But I think I feel like when I will plan against a team, if I was a coach and my players playing his old team, I would play him differently because they know how try to do some trickery, but I feel like he's fine there in the middle. Like I said, Son's been kicking that ball in from the out to they've been trying that, right?
Yeah.
Push from the side, send it across it, and Solanke take care of it. So he needs to do what he does best, and he tracks the ball pretty well. Like I was opposed to signing him when they signed him because I have not seen much gameplay from him because of who he played for at the time. So I want to just look at highlights, right, of his, and you can see that he's tough on the ball. He's a tracker. Like he tracks the ball down like he's supposed to. Like what a striker, what you would want Richarlison to do, but he's always injured.
Yeah.
And when he finally got back in the groove, what happens to Richarlison? Gets injured again.
Well, that's the Liverpool mentality, you know. Track the ball down, you know.
Right?
Well, we'll see who will track the ball down better this coming weekend. All right. So on that note, we're going to switch to predictions. We're just going to do a quick prediction. You don't even need to give me scores. Just tell me win or draw. Win. You tell me who's going to win or draw. Ruben, can you please show the fixtures? And we're going to start with the Liverpool Spurs game. So we're starting from the bottom up. And you're both going to predict on that. For the next ones, I'm just going to pick one person to predict. So for Liverpool Spurs, Segster, what do you think?
Liverpool is winning that game. And we're going to win in style too. I think it's going to be 4-0.
Wow. How
The disrespect. No, I'm kidding. I don't see it. I was going to pick, of course, you always want to pick your team, right? I can go an upset 1-0. Us. Just no, they're not expecting us to do any good. They know what we've been bringing to the table lately, and they're gonna shock me because I'm gonna be shocked if we win. So I'm gonna shock myself with a 1-0.
So I can. Segster, funny thing is, earlier you said both teams are gonna concede, something like that. Yeah. You said, but now you're predicting 4-0.
Yeah, but it's predictions. It's predictions. I mean, anything can happen because like I said, we still have this season we've had clean sheets. Mm-hmm. We had a clean sheet against City, so
fair. So you say 4-0, Ruben says 1-0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ruben, can you share the fixture list real quick?
I should be sharing right now.
Okay, I do not see. Can you reshare that?
Yeah.
Fixture list. So we'll just run through. Like I said, when we get on it, just tell me draw or win. All right.
You see them?
Yes. There we go. Fixture list. All right. So we're starting from the bottom. So Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Ruben, I'll let you take that one. Win or draw? And who's going to win if you choose a win?
Manchester City win.
Manchester United?
No, that's United, not City.
Oh, sorry, United. Sorry, I am so sorry.
Yeah, because City right now, it's very difficult to predict a win.
Exactly, we're going backwards. You're right. You were going backwards.
Yeah, from the bottom up. Yeah. All right, Man U, Bournemouth. You said Man U win. Leicester, Wolves. Segster?
I think it's going to be a draw.
A draw? Because Wolves is poor and Leicester is not good enough?
No, Leicester lost their last game, so they'll be ready to pounce on this particular game. So,
okay, that's why maybe a win for that, but we're going to keep it moving. All right. Fulham, Southampton. Considering Southampton's current situation, Fulham is not doing so bad. Ruben, what do you think?
I got Fulham winning.
Fulham winning. All right. Thank you. Everton, Chelsea. I should predict this one, right? Nah, I'm just joking.
You can go ahead. You don't want to hear what I have to say.
I want to. That's why I picked you, because I know. Funny thing is, I don't want to hear what both of you have to say. We just beat Ruben's team, and we are right behind your team, Segster. So I don't expect you guys to predict anything good, but I still want to hear it.
It's gonna be a draw. Goalless draw.
Of course, a goalless draw. That's what you want. All right, moving further. Crystal Palace, Arsenal. Ruben?
Crystal Palace, Arsenal. I would like to see an upset here. Crystal Palace 2-1.
Okay. So that's what you would like to see?
That's what I'd like to see. And I think that can happen.
Okay. So that's your prediction. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah.
All right. West Ham, Brighton. Segster.
You know, this is a little bit dicey because West Ham too, that they're up and down also. And Brighton is about the same. But I see Brighton winning this game though.
Okay. Brighton win. Ipswich, Newcastle.
Newcastle
win. Easy?
Oh, yeah, easy win.
They lost their last game, didn't they?
So they're going to be hungry.
I like that. Brentford, Nottingham Forest. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Woo! But I think Brentford is going to win this game.
Think Brentford's going to win?
Yeah, I think they're going to win.
Ruben, you agree? You want to say something?
No.
Yeah.
I coughed, so I muted mine.
Okay. All right, final one. Battle of the big boys. Upcoming big boys versus current big boys.
No.
I
I was wrong about City last time. I said there's no way they're losing that many in a row,
And they were this close.
and they were that close. I think Martinez is in, right? Martinez is
Yep.
in.
Yep.
And he just won the best. I got Aston Villa winning. I got Aston Villa winning.
Whoa! Woo!
Hey.
I got Aston Villa winning.
Ruben is learning from his mistakes. Last week he predicted Man City beating Man U, and that did not happen. So he's trying to switch it up now. You really think Aston Villa is
That'll be tough, though.
But
It'll be
if
tough.
that happens, is Pep done?
I don't think so. I mean, he's like, I think like any other coach will be.
Yeah.
But what Pep's done, I mean, for just clubs, period, where he's gone, he's turned that club around or just made it the best club for a good minute. I mean, City was like, you thought Arsenal was gonna win it last year, and City just
2 years in a row.
and
The last 2 years, Arsenal was going to win, but they didn't.
they didn't. So it's like, I don't think that's gonna happen this year, but I don't think he's done.
Okay.
At least from his end, I don't know what the club would.
The club owners are saying.
No, I don't think he's done. I think that pretty much what he's trying to do, why I think he signed a 2-year contract rather than the 1 year he normally signs, is because he's trying to do the same thing Klopp did for Liverpool. He's trying to leave a great team after he's done. And I think the January and the summer signing will be massive. And they might not do well. I still pick them to be in top 4 this season.
But
I don't think he's done. Anybody that has Pep with the kind of runs he has, I think they'll still leave him regardless with what he's done so far with this team.
Gotcha.
Hey, that trade window's coming up.
Yeah. The winter window is coming up. It's gonna be interesting, but winter window is not my favorite window because the big boys don't transfer in January.
Yeah.
If the big player is gonna transfer, they always transfer in the summer. So
Come on, yeah.
Pep needs a Rodri-like player, and maybe he's gonna find one from the academy or find one from Portugal or a random league somewhere. But we'll see. All right, guys. Thank you, Ruben and Segster, for coming through. Viewers, thank you for staying with us this long. And remember to like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. We look forward to bringing you more videos. Thank you very much.